Good morning. Today is going to be road walking for almost all day. I think we're starting out where kind of weave into a canyon for a little bit, and then after that it's kind of all road walking. Long dry stretches potentially too. We'll see where we can manage to scrounge up some water. And had a fine night last night. Felt like I got plenty of sleep. It wasn't as cold as the night prior where it was like ice crystals on stuff, but it's definitely a cool morning. And my shoes did not 100% dry out, so they're a little cold and damp. So that's always fun, putting wet shoes on back in the morning. Following a nice little stream this morning. And we are making our way up into this little canyon. I'm still seeing tons of lava rocks out here. New Mexico must have been highly volcanic back in the day. I just don't know anything about the geology of this whole state, really. There's down the canyon where we came from. It's been a beautiful little walk, but we're at about the end of it. Last opportunity for water till we get to camp, or so about 17 and a half, 18 more miles. We're picking up the trail over there, making our way out the other side. And it's all road walking. Well, that was a good steep climb getting up here from the little pond and stream. Scenery kind of looks like rolling grasslands of Oklahoma or something. We're starting to leave the grasslands and enter into the forest. Looks like we're on Bursum Road for a little bit. Yeah, there's one big bull by himself. Well, it's coming up on noon. I think it's time for lunch, so we're having a good sit down. It's just been me and Pace all morning, and just like yesterday, the other guys have slow rolled it out of camp and slept in a little bit. So I'm sure they'll catch us here at some point throughout the day. But I think we're doing pretty good on time. It hasn't been too bad as far as ups and downs or anything. It's just walking on a gravelly road all day. But we're cruising at 3 miles an hour, so I think we're over halfway through the day. We've probably got less than 10 miles left to where we're kind of intended to look for a campsite. But for now, we're just going to relax for a little bit and just chow down on some lunch. We're done with our lunch break. Back on the road walk. We saw Easy and Sprite for a second, but they hadn't taken their lunch break, so they're behind us taking their break now, but they'll catch us again. in a little bit. They hike a little bit faster than us in general.
Hey! How you liking this wind? I could pick up a little. Pause. Keep it rolled up.
Oh, just a breeze.
Well, most everybody's all here. We're all chilling for kind of one final sit down before the last push. We're about 3 miles to the campsite we were kind of aiming for the day, which will put us at a 20-mile day. And once we get there, we'll kind of reassess because we are kind of early as far as timing wise. So we'll just see how we're feeling when we get there and see if that's going to be camp for the night or maybe do another mile or two past. But we'll see. We'll be back on the road here in a little bit after a break though. We're done with our break, back on trail. About 3 miles to camp. Well, we found camp. The road is just up there that we've been walking on. Nice little creek, excellent water source. And there's a big flat area. So there's Tent City going up. And we're gonna get dinner going here in just a second. All right, we got dinner going. Chicken fettuccine Alfredo again, because it's awesome, it's my favorite. And I think that's gonna do it for today. It's been a relatively easy cruisy day, but it's been road walking all day, so you take your pluses with your minuses. We'll see what tomorrow brings. A little more ups and downs maybe it looks like, but we'll see when we get there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the morning. We just had a bunch of wild horses come stomping into camp. And the last one on the end is not a horse, a donkey or something. That's kind of cool. Seem used to people enough. And on that note, good night, everybody. Good morning. Another chilly night last night. Definitely at or near freezing. But it was pretty cool seeing those horses right at the end of the day. Nothing else came through camp as far as we could tell. It was pretty quiet throughout the night. And I'm thinking today is going to be a little more strenuous, maybe with some ups and downs. And I'm not sure how long the rest of the road walking will last, but I think we're going to be back in the woods eventually here. We'll kind of see how the day progresses, but in general, we're kind of aiming for another 20-mile day. And then that'll set us up to basically Nero up to the road crossing where we can try to hitch into the town of Reserve for tomorrow. We are just at the point in the morning where the sun is about to come over the ridge and start shining on us, warming things up just a little bit more. And there we go, peeking out in the trees a little. I think I missed them, but 4 elk. 4 elk just crossed the road right up in the trees there. We'll slowly get closer and see if I can get a better picture. There's a good shot of one right in the middle of the screen. Mm-hmm. Well, it's 4 confirmed elk sightings so far, so that's pretty good.
Oh, come on.
Well, some decided to come back down across the road.
Yep, and I didn't get them because I had to unlock my phone.
Here's our first rest break. The Dutchman Spring. Little metal tank here's got good water in it. We're gonna fill up here. Next water source looks like it's gonna be at least 8.5 miles or so. There's been a lot of hill climbing already this morning. And we should be at the part where we're rejoining the CDT. And we're over 9,000 feet at this point. And there's a cold wind blowing. It definitely feels like the wind chill is right near freezing. Little view out to the west. There's snow on those mountains in the background. I'm not sure what range that is, but there's definitely snow up there. Getting some good views on this little descent here. Oh, wind is still biting cold though. Almost looks like some desert plains, flatlands out that way, kind of to the northeast, I guess it would be. The wind up here is literally whistling through the trees. Steep ups and downs today. Well, it's about lunchtime, so we're sitting down for another break. Eating all my remaining snacks. Kind of at the point where tomorrow's going to be a Nero into the road, so all my extra stuff I can kind of chow down and eat a little bit more today. But I'm doing definitely better on these last food purchasing go-arounds as far as exactly what I need per day, so I'm doing pretty good. Well, we're back on trail after just a short lunch break. It's still really windy and cold. Definitely some neat rocky scenery up here. And tons of elk poop everywhere. Oh, we just finished another downhill. And we'll be shooting up the next.
Did you get thrown under it?
Nope. There we go. Found another baby horned toad. I've only seen the babies out here. This makes like the 4th or 5th one. I didn't film them all, but I don't know why I'm only seeing the baby ones. Came out to a junction and we're already going to be taking another alternate. So if you take the normal CDT from here, there's a very long water carry. I don't know how long exactly, but I know it's more than like 25 miles. So we're going to take another alternate, the Govina Canyon alternate. It's only about 5 miles long before it reconnects with the CDT, but it has water sources available. So we're going to be doing this route so we don't die of thirst out here. Here's what some of the water sources look like on the alternate. Oh, cow pond. Better than nothing. So far, following these little dirt roads, it's just a little too rocky. It's definitely on the annoying side of being rocky. This canyon alternate's really pretty and all, but it's extremely easy to get off track. I think we've already missed our exits at least twice. There's just different side roads and jeep trails, and you're following a well-defined path, and then all of a sudden you realize you're way off course. So now we're on a smaller trail going up this canyon. Just kind of zigzags its way up multiple canyons. At least there's a beautiful little water source of a stream flowing here. think I might have been only filming the nicer parts, but this alternate is rough and rugged. There's a lot of just boulders and rocks, climbing over trees, crossing the stream here a million times. I'm gonna need a good long break once we're out of this little bit. Here's our last water source for quite a ways. Last one before we get to town anyways. Nice algae pond.
Yum.
Yeah. Oh, we met back up where there's the CDT, where it meets back up with the Govina Canyon alternate. That was rough. It's like, yeah, well, there was water down there, but that was rough. Whew. Now from here, I think I'm only planning on doing like another 4 more miles, and that'll be enough for today. Haven't seen Easy or Sprite yet, but we all kind of had the same game plan distance-wise of where we were ending up at, so one way or the other, we might see each other, we might not. We might see each other in the morning. We'll figure it out. One last steep uphill for the day. It may not look it, but this is a big steep uphill. We're over the top of the mountain, and I think it's all downhill from here, all the way down to the road, which will be tomorrow morning at some point. About 3 miles left. We'll be looking for a place to camp. I'm definitely liking these views on the way on down. Looks like I found camp for the night. Just right off trail. Alright, yeah. Still no sign of Easy or Sprite, but they may roll up a little bit later. I'm gonna get dinner going and say goodnight here shortly. So I'm gonna be doing my last chicken fettuccine Alfredo meal, and I've just got a handful of bars to get me through the morning. I think it's only like 6 more miles or so till we get to the road, but we'll try hitching to the town reserve. So hopefully all that goes well. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one.